the shipping markets are at an exceptional level. But nevertheless, that has not influenced the path that AAL has been on for the past couple of years, where we really focus on this large MPP vessel segment, around 30,000 deadweight with good lifting capacity of around 300 tons on average, and really cater towards long-haul trades. And I'm very proud to say that at that point, we feel that with the tonnage we have, we really cover well our traditional trades to Australia, but also to North America, Europe, between Asia and Africa as well, with more and more trying to be present in the Atlantic. I think the main focus is flexibility with ships. And when you look at our fleet profile, around about 10 years ago, we received or we took delivery of our A-class, which at the time was a very flexible ship. So we looked for a design which not only had 700-ton lifting, but also could accommodate different types of cargo. In our industry, you're not just catering to one industry sector. You do renewables, oil and gas, steel, bulk in bags, bulk and so on. So for the new generation, that's what we try to do. Again, sticking to the big segment, keeping the same deadweight and the same lifting capacity of 2 times or combinable 350 tons, but making the holds very flexible, having an almost 150 meter long open deck for offshore wind blades and large oil and gas modules or bridge components. So I think from a cargo intake perspective, it is about creating maximum flexibility for project clients, but also for breakbulk clients. Yeah. In terms of design and technology, I know you're going to probably ask this next. We are a bit in interim space. Of course, every one of us would like to build a carbon neutral ship. Would like to really build a ship that is extremely innovative. But at this point in time, technology is limited. We feel that we at AAL have built, for what is available at hand at the moment, a very innovative design with a dual fuel option, with super low consumption, and really hope that this is a good interim design. However, we hope that towards the end of the decade, especially driven by the larger shipping segments, MPP is still a niche, right? That there will be new technology out that we can then adapt for the next new building program that we will probably look at towards mid or end of this decade. At this point, we can't really say, because the nature of MPP shipping is that it's also a lot of tramping, a lot of inducement ports. So if we were to have a fixed port pair at every voyage, and we knew there would be natural gas available in both of these ports or hydrogen, then we could easily commit. But at this point in time, it's hard to say. Yeah, we have actually been in the second-hand market for the last 2 years. In total, we have purchased seven ships. All large MPPs, which complement our fleet, which we're very happy about. We're at this point at 22 owned ships in the fleet. However, there's not much tonnage left second-hand, especially in our large segment. So I don't see that we can expand through second-hand purchases, and that's why we have commissioned the new building program. So this is a project we've been working on for the last 2 years, and we have commissioned the new buildings late last year or mid last year. We're expecting 6 new large 33,000 deadweight MPPs in 2024 and 2025. And I think it's a good move for us. We were just in time. We were well in time. We did get a good yard space. We have everything on track. The next few years will be difficult to order new ships, because of course we are again a niche. The yards are occupied by container carriers and some bulk carriers with an increasing market. So we as the MPP industry, we'll have to fight to get our fleet renewal done. And of course, don't forget the demand at the moment for new container ships and also bulk carriers is extremely high. So there is really a big push, and I think we're having 2.5 million TU coming out of the shipyards next year and then the following year as well. So there's a lot of yard capacity booked. And then, of course, yes, the MPPs are more complicated to build. If you look at our Super B class, the new buildings we are commissioned, they're a completely new design. So there's no, it's not an off the shell design, right? And you would have the same thing from the other carriers that are wanting to order or just have ordered. Everyone has their specific requirements, builds it towards certain trade or market segment. It is a challenging time, and I think for us as an operator, it's very, very difficult for our clients as well, because you have extreme port congestion, both in Asian ports, but also in Europe and in Americas. You have delays, you have labor shortage, and for our clients it goes even further because their supply chains are disrupted. I mean, they can't get truckers, there's no labor in the factories. So I think it's been a very challenging time. What we've tried to do, we're very strong in certain markets and certain port regions like in China and America and Australia and also in Europe. And we really tried with our good relationship to mitigate the problems for the clients. The other big problem due to COVID is, of course, ship side. As a ship owner, we had lots of problems, or our crew had lots of issues. They've been on board for a very long time. It's been very hard for them, so we really tried to make an effort to help them have good conditions on board and also try to get crew changes done where possible, because especially in 2020 and early 2021, due to government regulations in various countries, it wasn't possible, right? So for instance, we are a very Asia-centric carrier, as you know, so we deviated ships to the Philippines to change crew there, and we really tried everything to make sure that our seafarers' welfare is in order. To a certain extent, maybe yes, but also one fact is that we have to accept a bit of a new normal. So I don't say that the freight rates will stay at that level. It's extremely high, and I would imagine that next year, once more container ships come out, that and of course the supply chains also sort of get more in order, that we will see a drop in rates, a certain drop in, but it will still be a much higher level than before COVID. That I'm sure of. I think we still have a healthy equilibrium, but you are absolutely right. The rates are going up, yes, but also the variable costs are going up. I mean, bunker, the oil prices that are an all-time high, port congestion, stevedoring costs, port costs, everything is getting more expensive. So I think that is generally an issue. However, I do not think that the rates will drop again to unsustainable levels, because mind you, we are investing in hardware because that is what our customers need to move their project cargo or their breakbulk cargo, and everyone is now, of course, saying, yeah, the rates are very high and the shipping lines are making good returns, but we're reinvesting that money right into hardware, because that is what will keep our industry innovative and afloat for the next 10 years and ensures that big projects and other general cargo can be transported.